Hi there, I'm Ian Grant, the Scottish PGA guy. I teach here at Oakbrook in the western suburbs. And today's tip's about putting, especially short putts. I tend to see a lot of people miss short putts because they do one of two things. They either decelerate into the ball or they come up out of the putt before they're finished. To help you out with this, I've devised a little drill, and you can do this on the practice green but not on the golf course. I put something in front of the ball here, this tiny little thing right in front of the ball that I'm actually going to aim at. When I make my putting stroke, instead of looking at the ball, I'm going to look at that little spot in front of the ball, so that when I come to make my stroke, I'm more interested in watching the ball roll over the spot than I am watching my putter hit the ball. Hopefully, if you do it properly, you'll hit putts like this. Good luck and keep the birdies coming.
Those are some good thoughts from Ian. While the ultimate sacrifice and the game of golf don't sound like two subjects that go together, the Illinois Patriot Education Fund proves the two go hand in hand. Its annual fundraiser held at Medinah gets off to a rousing start thanks to our favorite anthem singer. The organization's mission is to provide educational financial assistance to support Illinois military families. Overcast skies couldn't dampen the spirit of those who participated.
It means so much to me because there's a lot of financial issues coming home to get education, and it stops at the service members like myself, and it doesn't go through to my family.
Anytime any other veterans ask me if I want to participate in anything to honor service members, Memorial Day, Veterans Day, anything they do, I take special pride in that because it's something that we earn. It's a rite of passage, and no matter what branch of service you served in or how you feel about what you did, you should always be proud of what you did.
One veteran who took part in the day's festivities was Purple Heart recipient Chad Watson. The Mount Zion, Illinois native sustained multiple injuries and lost most of his right leg in Iraq.
The veterans who are returning can't be successful without family support. I strongly believe that, without the community's involvement. So as communities welcome you back home, they understand what you've gone through and are willing to help out with whether that be education, employment, things like that. And then also the companies that are involved who are willing to take chances on veterans and get them back in the workforce because they realize that they're leaders and they can be leaders in the corporate world as well.
Sometimes it's very surreal, and you just have to take that moment in of how appreciative people are, how appreciative our civilians and our how Americans just support us, and especially with the Illinois Patriot Education Fund, how they not only look at the veteran, but they look at our families and our children as well, and how they help with the recovery process and the transition back into civilian life as well.
Since the beginning of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, more than 260 Illinois Armed Service members have lost their lives, while more than 1,500 Illinois Armed Service members have been wounded. This organization truly helps so many deserving people.
As the fund continues to grow and mature, it will address other educational opportunities, maybe tutoring programs, again, additional school supplies that have been expanded, but anything that falls liberally into that educational niche, we're doing our best to take care of that and make sure that it's very specific to the needs of Illinois military families.
Think about it. These veterans fought for our country to protect our freedom. It's not something to be taken lightly.
I gotta support anybody that's that brave. If you're going to put your life on the line for the people you love and care about and what you believe, you got my check mark. Love you.
We talk a lot about heroes in sports, but these men and women that are sacrificing their lives are the true heroes. And I think that's why every single time we have an opportunity to be able to come to events like this and help out, I look at it and I say, I got to be here. It's a must.
If you missed the Medinah event, there's another chance to play and contribute on September 11th with Illinois Patriot Day at Cantini. Visit IllinoisPatriotDay.com for more information. Another patriotic guy is three-time Ryder Cup player Zach Johnson. The Cedar Rapids, Iowa native has found a comfort zone in the Quad Cities at the John Deere Classic. In 2012, Johnson won the tournament for the first time in 10 attempts. Located along the banks of the Rock River, the public access TPC Deer Run Golf Course earned a reputation as a fair and fun track.
You go to some courses where every hole looks almost the same, and this is not one of them. I mean, you have up, you have down, you have left, you have right, you have short, you have long. It requires every club in your bag. I just think it, for the most part, it kind of rolls with the land. It doesn't seem too contrived. Obviously, it's a great piece of property, right? It sits on the river and whatnot, but I know there was some dirt moved here and there, but granted, it's moved by John Deere, but for the most part, the piece of property, it just looks like it lays well for a golf course.
Johnson won in dramatic fashion last year. On the second hole of a sudden death playoff, he's faced with a 192-yard shot from a fairway bunker on the treacherous 18th. There's water lurking on the left.
You're just trying to hit a shot. You're trying to hit a quality shot. You're picking out your target. You're trying to land, in that instance, you're trying to land it in an area that hopefully it feeds up to the hole. And it obviously did that. I didn't see the ball. That's part of it. I mean, I'm literally standing behind it and I'm picking out a target. It's a tree because I can't. It's not really dusk, but it's getting hazy, and I really just couldn't see where the ball. I saw it bounce, and after that, I couldn't see it.
Johnson was also a proud member of the United States Ryder Cup team at Medinah. He compiled an impressive 3-1 record and was one of the few Americans to win his singles match on that whirlwind final day when the Europeans made their gallant comeback.
You work so hard to get to that point, and then losing it the way we lost it, well, I should say winning it the way they won it was hard. We won, 3 out of 5 sessions and tied another one and lost the final session. So that was hard, and I felt really bad for Davis. I was pretty pleased with the way I played for the most part. I mean, I wasn't, when it comes to individual stuff, it's frankly irrelevant. But, if I can find some sort of silver lining, I performed all right.
And if you head to this year's John Deere Classic, you can pick up one of these Zach Johnson bobblehead dolls. It's a pretty good likeness, complete with the sunglasses. After this short break, we'll head to the new Mistwood Golf Club and see all of its exciting enhancements.